Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you the first review of the Harry Potter readathon that I'm doing. If you don't know, the Harry Potter readathon was started in February and it's going to end in August, and the first book that we read from the series is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which is the first book in the series. In this video, I'm going to review the book in a spoiler-free way so that you can enjoy the review as well as get an idea of what the book is about. So let's get into today's video. First of all, what is this series that is Harry Potter all about, and what is this big fuss that is going on about this whole series as a whole? Now, this series consists of a total of 7 books, as I told before, and it deals with this boy named Harry Potter who is put into this magical world called the Wizarding World, and his life in those 7 years throughout in his school. If you didn't know, there is a school called Hogwarts in this universe, and Harry goes for training into that world, and we'll just get into the plot of the first book. Now, if you ask me, there is not that much of a plot element that is fixed on the first book, because while starting the series, J.K. Rowling mostly intended the books to be children's books. So these first 2 books, that is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, are mostly focused towards the middle grade audience, that is kids. So these stories might sound a bit kidsy while reading, but the world that the story has been put in and the amount of emotions that we get from the story are so good that it will be loved by people from all age ranges throughout the world. And it also made J.K. Rowling the first billionaire author to ever become in the world, and the series has sold over like 500 million copies in many different languages throughout the world. Starting to talk about the plot, I just went on rambling about the world, just fanboying throughout the universe. But coming to the plot, this book mainly deals with Harry finding his way into the Wizarding World in his 11th year, and the happenings that take place inside the school, and the way in which he finds his 2 most beloved friends in his life, that is Ron and Hermione, their friendship, and how they carry out different deeds in order to find this specific object that has been found to be hidden in Hogwarts in order to protect the world from an evil wizard. That's all that I can say about the plot of the book. As I said before, the first book doesn't dwell much on the plot. It mostly dwells upon the building of the world in a very exquisite way, and I must say that J.K. Rowling spends that much time in building the world such that it feels real. It is so whimsical, and it makes every reader who reads it want to be a part of that world. If you are a person who has read Harry Potter as a child, you'll be able to understand that feeling which I am trying to convey in this few sentences. And if you ask me, you can read Harry Potter at any instant in your life, because there are going to be multiple characters which are going to resonate in some way or the other with you for sure. Talking about the characters, we have these 3 main characters in Harry Potter, who are Harry Potter himself, Ronald Weasley, who's Ron, and Hermione Granger, who's the Muggle-born witch and who's the most wisest witch of all the students present in Hogwarts at present. And to give a small character description of all these people, Harry Potter is the boy who lived the boy who lived the killing curse, that is Avada and Ronald Weasley is the youngest son of in his family, and he's overshadowed by all his elder brothers and his younger sister as well. And apart from this, we also have Hermione Granger, who's the genius throughout the story. If I have to admit, Harry and Ron will not make even past the last chapter of the book or the last few chapters of the book without the help of Hermione being there. I can describe certain scenes, but I've said that this review is going to be spoiler free, so I'm just trying to control my tongue and contain the words within myself, and it is so tough to give this as a spoiler free review. And apart from these 3 characters, we have multiple different characters. By the way, just on seeing the cover, I remembered Hagrid, who's this darling of a teacher who everyone will want to have a class with. And apart from that, we get this introduction to my most favorite character in the series, who's Albus Dumbledore, and he's the headmaster of Hogwarts, and he's such a funny, quirky, intelligent, wise character whom you will fall in love with while ending the series, and you'll also be shocked by some of the decisions which he takes throughout the series. Apart from that, we have different professors who teach different types of magic in Hogwarts, and each and every character of each and every professor is described in such a way that they feel like real people. They don't just feel like people who have magic just swirling out of them. She puts out practice as one of the main things which will bring the magic in a powerful way out of you, and that is portrayed very well by the teacher characters or the professor characters within the whole Harry Potter series. Moving on to the world building aspect of the book, as I said before, the strongest point about the whole Harry Potter series and this particular first book in the series in specific is that I can say that the world building is so strong, and it is one which will make us to be in need to be a part of that world. J.K. Rowling has written this world and connected it with the real world in which we live, and that sucks. And and the ways in which this wizarding world is much better compared to the world in which we live in. And she also shows many things in order to show that it is also a normal world just with magic, because it is not a world in which there are no problems at all and you can just wave a wand or throw a spell and come out of all the problems that you face in life. But even though you have magic, there are a lot of misgivings and mishappenings which happen, and there are a lot of limitations to the magic which you can perform. And also, she also carries all these wizard characters who are people who can do magic, and she portrays them in a very human way, which builds this world in a very real way. Although we can sense that it is a fictional world with a lot of magic present in it, there will be some elements which will compel to believe you, which will compel you to believe that there is this world which actually exists in some part in this whole universe. So, wrapping up the whole video, you might have seen that I have stumbled a lot while talking about this series as a whole. That's because that's how much I'm connected to the story of Harry Potter, because there are characters which will resonate with anyone throughout all the books, and some of the characters did resonate with me in some specific instance. And this is a book of a commoner who's put into the magical world, rather than a person who has just blushing talent or who's explicitly famous or who's explicitly rich being put into a world and experiencing that world in his leisure way. This is a series which will make you grieve, and it will also make you think a lot and also learn a lot just by reading these 7 books, which will be an amazing adventure as a whole. I have been rambling throughout, I can understand that, but to stop my rambling, I gave this book a total of 5 stars. I started the book knowing that I'm going to rate it 5 stars because I've already read it and it is a reread, and this experience of rereading Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone has made me enthusiastic to pick up more books and read a lot more in the future. So if you're looking for a magical read and if you want an escape from this original world which is not that good, then please do read Harry Potter and give Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone a chance to grab you and pull you into this magical universe. Watch out for the spoilery discussion video which I'll be putting out shortly, and we'll meet up in that video and we can discuss all our theories and gushings about this book in the comments below. If you did enjoy watching the video, do give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. Thanks for watching.